Hi, I'm Tim Fuchs with ECNV. Thanks for checking out our video on Social Security benefits. This video is intended to be helpful advice for you as you apply for Social Security. But remember, this is not legal advice. It's important that you check with a Social Security benefits specialist or attorney before making final decisions about your benefits. We're going to go now to Tracy Garner, ECNV peer counselor and expert on all things Social Security. What is the difference between SSI and SSDI?
The differences between SSI and SSDI are that SSI is considered a benefit by your being a person with a disability. You only receive SSI if you really are unable to work and you have not demonstrated an ability to work in the past. SSDI is considered a payment from the work that you've put into the work system. If you've had FICA, Social Security, Medicaid, and other things taken out of your paycheck, the time to collect SSDI is if you've had an injury, you've worked as many years as you can, usually 10 quarters, which equals 40 quarters equals 10 years. And you want to make sure that you have had legitimate jobs where those benefits are taken out so that you can now recoup them as you are becoming disabled and no longer able to perform the job that you have.
Who is eligible for Social Security benefits?
You can be eligible if you are 18 years or older, or you have a disability and you are over the age of 65, and you are blind. You can be one of those things, not all of them. You can also be eligible if you have limited income, you have limited resources, you don't own a lot of things, you can still own a house, but if you have other assets that are worth a lot, sometimes the Social Security Administration will want you to liquidate your assets so that you can live off them and then require their help. You should be a US citizen, a nationals of the US, and some non-citizens can receive support. It just depends on a case-by-case basis. And you live in one of the 50 states, including the District of Columbia or the Northern Mariner Islands. Unfortunately, this does not include Puerto Rico, Guam, or the US Virgin Islands. Sometimes children, however, of military parents, if they have a parent who has permanent duty in outside the US, and certain students can apply for SSI payments if they don't currently live here.
How do I apply for Social Security benefits?
The application can be completed online, and you also can get a paper application. You will complete those either yourself or on behalf of someone, and you can also call to Social Security to get an appointment and get an interview over the phone to talk about your eligibility and for them to start the process. Getting an appointment is the easiest way to get the ball rolling because they will have interviewed you to make sure that you meet all preliminary questions and requirements and then send you the necessary documents that you need to get. You also have to exhibit a great deal of patience. You can be on the phone waiting to talk to someone from the Social Security Administration anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes. And if you're able to stay on the phone for that long, you will eventually get through to someone. This is really the only way. You can also walk in to an appointment in your local area and begin to talk to a customer service representative. However, you never know what the volume of people are when you go into an appointment. You don't know how long you'll be there. So it could be half the day. It could be a really long time that you just don't have. So a phone interview and talking to someone on the phone is the easiest way to get started.
What will I need to apply?
When you go to apply, provided you've already had your phone interview, you need to have not all, but a good deal of your doctor's records, at least the records that demonstrate your diagnoses, make sure that it is named and that you're receiving treatment for it and have seen doctors to diagnose you. You don't need to have everything. We're not talking about 300 pages worth of doctor's information, but some of your early visits and some of your current visits will be really good to have. And just to make sure everything has all the diagnoses that you have in order to qualify for disability. You'll want to have your birth record or at least a birth certificate, even if it's a copy, a social security card, information about military. If you are an adult, you want to make sure that you have things that show that you have reached the age of 18. That's your birth certificate, obviously. And just any other documents that you think will be important to them. Any official documents, any doctor's records, and other things, even sometimes an IEP or anything you've had in school to show that you have a disability and have received accommodations for it are good to have.
What happens after I apply?
Two things will happen, maybe three things. You will receive a request for more information. Social Security is telling you we don't have everything in order to make a determination. They'll send you the forms or any information that they want to receive, and you'll send that to them in the mail or bring it to the office and let them know. They will appeal, they will deny you, and you can then appeal and start the appeals process. Or they may require you to go see their doctors so that you can have an assessment by them. This is free of charge to you, and they will also pay for transportation for you to get to and from that appointment. They have doctors who are specialists and who make Social Security determinations all throughout the United States. So there will be a doctor who's near you and usually not more than 30 to 45 minutes away, in which you can take a cab or have someone drive you or use other transit to get there that they will reimburse you for.
What do I do if I'm denied?
Many people get denied on the first go round, almost everyone. And you can appeal the process. It requires you to submit more information and to fill out a special form in order to start your appeals process. They'll accept other information. Maybe you left something off of your application. Maybe you have more resources than you said you did. There's all kinds of small details that can cause you to be denied that have nothing to do with whether you're disabled or not. They're just small things, mistakes or errors, or they don't have all the information they need. And submitting your appeals paperwork is a simple application, a form, and to send that in to them so that they can start the request for reconsideration is what it's called.
Thanks, Tracy. We hope you find this video helpful. Remember, all of us here at ECNV are available, and we have peer counselors who can help you with any questions that you have that weren't answered in today's video or that you need further support with. You can always contact us at 703-525-3268. That's 703-525-3268, or by email at info@ecnv.org. Thanks.